The hospital room was quiet except for the steady sound of medical machines. Mare sat beside her mother for hours every day, holding her hand and praying for her recovery. The competition no longer seemed important. Every trophy, every performance, every round she had successfully completed suddenly felt small compared to seeing her mother lying in a hospital bed. One evening, Salma opened her eyes and found Mare sitting beside her. "You missed practice again, didn't you?" Mare smiled weakly. "You need me here." Salma shook her head. "I need you to live your dream." Tears filled Mare's eyes. "What if something happens to you?" Salma gently squeezed her hand. "Something happens to all of us eventually. Don't say that, I'm only telling you the truth." The room became silent. After several moments, Salma smiled softly. "When I was your age, I had dreams too." Mare looked surprised. "You never told me." "Because life moved too fast." Salma stared out the window. "I wanted to become a teacher." "What happened?" "Responsibilities." A sad smile appeared on her face. "I chose family instead." Mare lowered her eyes. "Do you regret it?" Salma thought for a moment. "No." Then she added, "But I regret abandoning my dreams." Those words stayed in Mare's heart. The next morning, with her mother's blessing, she returned to Lahore. The competition had reached its most important stage. Only a handful of contestants remained. Millions of viewers watched every episode. The pressure was enormous. Backstage, contestants prepared nervously. Some practiced constantly, others sat silently. Mare could feel the tension everywhere. That night she stepped onto the stage once again. The lights were brighter than ever. The audience was larger. The expectations were higher. As the music began, she closed her eyes. Instead of thinking about winning, she thought about her mother. Every sacrifice, every struggle, every moment of encouragement, the emotions poured into her performance. By the time she finished singing, many people in the audience were crying. Even one of the judges wiped away tears. The applause seemed endless. When voting results were announced, Mare advanced to the grand finale. For a moment she couldn't believe it. The village girl who once sang alone beside a river was now one step away from becoming a national star. News spread quickly. Back home, villagers celebrated. People gathered around televisions. Children talked excitedly about her success. Those who had once criticized her now proudly claimed they had always supported her. Life had a strange way of changing people's opinions. A week before the finale, however, another challenge appeared. A famous music producer approached Mare after rehearsal. His name was Kamran Malik. He was powerful, wealthy, and influential within the entertainment industry. At first, Mare felt honored. But during their meeting, something felt wrong. Kamran spoke politely, yet his intentions seemed different. "I can make you famous," he said. Mare smiled politely. "I appreciate that." "No." He leaned forward. "You don't understand." His voice became serious. "I can make you a superstar." The conversation made her uncomfortable. "What do you want in return?" Kamran smiled. "Nothing important," but his behavior suggested otherwise. As the meeting continued, Mare realized he expected personal favors in exchange for career opportunities. Immediately she stood up. "I'm not interested." His smile disappeared. "You should think carefully." "I already have." She walked away. For the first time since entering the competition, she felt frightened. The entertainment world was not as simple as she once imagined. Talent alone wasn't always enough. Many people tried to exploit dreams for their own benefit. That night she called her mother. After hearing everything, Salma spoke firmly. "Never compromise your dignity." "I won't." "No dream is worth losing yourself." Those words gave Mare strength. The following days became difficult. Kamran quietly began working against her. Negative stories suddenly appeared online. False rumors spread rapidly. People questioned her character. Some even claimed she had cheated during the competition. The attacks hurt deeply. For a moment she wondered if she should quit. Then something unexpected happened. Ion publicly defended her. Using his media connections, he exposed the truth. Evidence revealed that many rumors had been deliberately created to damage her reputation. Public opinion shifted immediately. Viewers supported Mare more strongly than ever. Thousands of messages flooded social media. People admired her honesty and courage. The scandal that was supposed to destroy her career ended up making her even more respected. Finally, the night of the grand finale arrived. The entire country seemed to be watching. The massive auditorium sparkled with lights. Cameras moved across the crowd. Contestants waited nervously backstage. Mare looked at the audience and searched for one face. Her mother's. Despite her health condition, Salma had traveled to Lahore. When their eyes met, Both smiled. It gave Mare the courage she needed. One by one, finalists performed. The competition was fierce. Every contestant was talented. Every performance was impressive. Then Mare's turn arrived. She walked onto the stage. Silence filled the hall. The music began. This song was different. It wasn't just a performance. It was a thank you letter to her mother. Every note carried emotion. Every lyric carried gratitude. As she sang, memories filled her mind. The small village, the river, the old tree, the gossip, the struggles, the tears, the sacrifices, everything that had brought her to this moment. By the end of the performance, the audience rose to their feet. The standing ovation lasted several minutes. Some people were openly crying. Even the judges appeared emotional. Backstage, Mare finally allowed herself to breathe. Whatever happened next, she had given everything she had. Hours later, the host stepped onto the stage holding the final results. The tension was unbearable. Contestants stood together holding hands. Millions of viewers waited. The winner of this year's national competition is... The pause felt endless. Then the name echoed through the auditorium. Mare Salma Khan. For a moment she froze. She couldn't move, couldn't think, couldn't even breathe. The audience exploded with applause. Confetti filled the air. Tears streamed down her face. She immediately looked toward her mother. Salma was crying too. Proud, happy, overwhelmed. Mare ran into her arms. Neither cared about cameras. Neither cared about the crowd. At that moment, they were simply a mother and daughter who had survived countless struggles together. The victory changed everything. Record labels offered contracts. Television channels invited interviews. Concert opportunities arrived from across the country. Yet despite her success, Mare remained humble. She never forgot where she came from. Months later, she returned to her village. This time thousands of people welcomed her. The same roads, the same fields, the same river, everything looked familiar. Yet life had changed completely. During a community gathering, Mare stood before hundreds of young girls. Some looked exactly like she had years earlier. Full of dreams, full of fear, she smiled. If someone tells you that your dream is impossible, remember something. The crowd listened carefully. The people who say it cannot be done are usually the ones who never tried. Applause erupted. Many girls smiled through tears. For the first time, they could see proof that dreams were possible. Years later, Mare became one of the country's most beloved singers. But whenever reporters asked about her greatest achievement, she always gave the same answer. It wasn't the awards, it wasn't the fame, it wasn't the money. Her greatest achievement was inspiring others to believe in themselves. Because true success isn't measured by how high you climb. It's measured by how many people you help rise with you. And every time Mare stepped onto a stage, she remembered the promise she made beside that quiet river long ago. Never let fear decide the future. The end. Heart.